Hi guys, welcome to the channel. So today we're doing a trailer tour. This is my 2021 enclosed trailer. It's a 7-foot wide by 16-foot long V-nose trailer, and I've kind of transformed it over the summer into my dirt bike motocross trailer. So I just want to do a tour of it, kind of go through some of the things that we did over the summer to really make it more functional when we go out and use it. Okay, up here at the tongue area, this is one thing I did recently. I did this on another video, but I added a kind of a bed liner textured material to the tongue here. When I got this was about a year old, but it had rock chips all over the tongue area. I added this is the Raptor bed liner coating, so I added it here on that side as well, along the trailer jack, just to give a little extra protection. Here in the front, I added this Noco plug-in adapter. So what this allows me to do is, on the inside, there's two plugs I can plug in. I've got a power strip that can be plugged. I haven't figured out the electrical part. I'm going to be adding a battery and the lighting and so forth. So that's still to come. This is going to have a charger to the battery when I hook that up. The wheels I've changed out. I'll show you those. Just a clip here from another video. I have those covered up right now. So this is a Look trailer. Is the manufacturer of this. This is the looktrailer.com, and this is the Element series. Now, this isn't their top of the line series. This still has the, the screws on the exterior, which is kind of a cheaper way to do the exterior, but didn't need a top of the line trailer for our purposes. Okay, so open the ramp doors. This has the ramp door, obviously. We epoxied the floor. I did that in another video, but the epoxy's been great. This was probably a cheaper option than doing like the rubber coin flooring. That was the other option. And I really like how it turned out. How it's going to hold up, that's yet to be determined. So if we see here, I've got my tie downs here. I use these Pro Taper tie downs for my bikes. I have 8 here, 8 on this side. These things work fantastic. I have this set up so that I can fit 7 bikes in here, which it's nice I can fit that many. I've got some more tie downs here. I use these hooks up here. I keep all my camp chairs up here, and they just use a bungee to kind of keep them secured. I've got E-track on the walls, so kind of a higher than a lower setting here, and then 2 strips of E-track on the floor. On this right side, I have these are the Moto Pro HQ wheel chocks. And it's set about 14 inches from the floor, but what I do is you can angle, they're set up to be a 45-degree angle. So how it works is my bikes will come in here and they'll angle at a 45-degree. That's how you can really fit so many bikes in here and still have room to kind of walk around. So it's a really great option. So the bikes will fit in here. I'll bring a bike in just to kind of show you how it works. And then I have these adjustable E-track anchoring points. And then I just strap the bikes to the floor from that point, and it really works out great. I've got these E-track baskets here. I like that these are adjustable, that they can be taken out. I just keep, different straps, some ratchets in here, ratchet straps, so forth. And then just have a few hanging, just a few, like I have my broom on a hanger here. This is a little pop-up garbage can, camp garbage can. It's just a hook on the wall. I've got, these are just screwed into these brackets are just screwed into the wall. I got kind of some extra tires here for my kids' bikes. And then this helmet hanger, these are just some hooks I found on Amazon, and they're spaced about 10 inches apart. They're on a 2x4, and the 2x4 is screwed to the wall. But it really works out great that the helmets are hanging here. They're out of the way, and they're organized in a way, and this way you can also keep the cover on the helmet too. So I can keep the cover on the helmet, and then let's see. So that's what the hook looks like. It's only about a 6-inch wide hook, and then if you put the bag so that there's still the opening in the head compartment, you can just slip that right back on. Okay, over on the left side here, I have my spare tire. This isn't the permanent home of the spare tire, but I have these hooks. There's like these elastic hooks that hook into E-track, so they got some stretch to them. It's like kind of an elastic strap. So I've got this is just a trailer aid, like a trailer jack. If I need to jack up the trailer, I can just drive one of the wheels onto that since it's a tandem axle. But I also have the spare tire strapped on with that, and it really makes it pretty stable. I want to move the spare tire up under the workbench here, but I need to get some E-track for right there. So the spare tire's right there for now. We've got a Kawasaki banner there. We've got a Kawasaki and then some Yamahas, so we've got some banners. And then it has a door here on the driver's side. And next to that, we have our Easy Up canopy. This is it's just got some securing buckles to keep it standing up. I wanted this to be on the floor, so that way the weight is not on the walls or anything, so it's resting on the floor. Keep all of our gear in these buckets right here. So these buckets are from actually just Home Depot. They're the Husky shelf bins. They're only about 12 bucks a piece. And I'll get it back up. So what they've done is they stack onto each other, and then they can be screwed into the wall. There's actually holes in the back of them that are 16 inches apart, so that's exactly how my studs are spaced. And so these are anchored into the wall, so these things aren't going anywhere. Keep our boots in this tall one, and then each of us, so I've got 3 boys, so this is mine, and then my 3 boys each have their own compartment to keep all their stuff. So pads and jerseys, pants, protective gear, gloves, goggles, things like that are all stored in here. I haven't seen everything's really stayed in here. I can put some bungees across these, so I can put a bungee across here if things starts falling out when we drive, but nothing's fallen out, so it's been pretty useful way to store our gear. And then up here in the V-nose, I have a let's see, we got our Craftsman tool cabinet. And then I made a bench, kind of a workbench on top of it. And then I used for the top of this, these are just peel and stick tiles that you can get from Lowe's. Super cheap. I mean, it was probably $8 to do the whole top of this thing, and these peel and stick tiles, but they're 18 by 18. But it really provides for kind of a really nice looking work surface. And then I just use this angled aluminum to make kind of a finished edge, and then along the back as well. And this is just the Craftsman mat that came with this cabinet. So I just use this as kind of a workstation on top. And then I've got my Craftsman cabinets up in the V-nose, which I think is a great spot for them. I don't have a ton of, actually I don't have hardly anything in these yet. The cool thing is they do locks, so the doors are not going to fly open while we're driving. I've used these magnetic hooks that I can like strap a bungee to kind of keep things secured, and can move these around as needed. And then I just have a few accessories. This is like a nitrile glove holder. It's magnetic, kind of a magnetic hook here. Got a little magnetic parts holder. Can be used when we're working on stuff. This is the other side of that outside plug-in adapter. So it comes in here, and then it just has 2 plug-ins. And one of the plug-ins goes into this power strip. So when I'm plugged in at home, I can use this for power. I can I can charge my devices, and then I've got plug-ins here. And then this other one is going to go to a battery charger, so that way I can constantly charge a battery, a 12-volt battery, and then to the battery I'm going to hook up, some more lighting. Currently I don't have lighting other than this stock one, but you have to be hooked up to the truck. The truck has to be running in order for that to work. So really not that helpful because it's not hooked up to the truck that much. I've got my VP Racing jugs here and a little holder that you can get along with those. I don't know if that's not going to be the permanent home for those, but it's nice to have those jugs because they're really effective, really easy to use. Hold 5 gallons each, so we can take our fuel with us. But anyways, that's just kind of an overview of the trailer, the kind of the build that we've been doing over the summer. So it's not complete. We're still working on the electrical, the lighting, the battery system. Probably going to add some more hooks and things like that. But I'm really pleased with how it turned out. And with all the E-track in here, with the 2 layers on the wall, the 2 on the floor, and 2 on this side, it really makes it usable for other purposes, moving things, transporting things. It's not just for dirt bikes. It can be used, you know, if I need to put a four-wheeler in here, it can be, you know, strapped down easily to the floor and the wall and so forth. So let me get a bike in here. I want to show you how these wheel chocks work. All right, guys, so this is the bike that I ride. This is a Yamaha TTR 230. You know, this isn't the most impressive bike, I know, but just a kind of a smaller trail bike. I mean, I'm a shorter guy. I'm only about 5'8", and this really fits me well. I just really just ride with my kids. And so let me show you how I load this in the trailer and how easy those wheel chocks work when loading the bike in. Okay, see I have the bike loaded in here. I've got it, the wheel just fits snugly into that wheel chock against the wall. And then what I'll do is I'll just get the tie downs, strap them down right to the these hooks right into the floor. These Pro Taper straps are nice because they have a soft loop around the handlebar. So if I wrap the loop around like that, hook goes in there. We're putting our strap through the handlebar here. So now there's none of these hard hooks on the handlebars that can slip off. The nice thing with having the E-Track on the floor is I can make my anchor points adjustable all the way down the track. So sometimes I don't put the bikes in the same position. I'm adding more bikes or less bikes. So having the versatility on the floor is really nice because okay, so there we go. We got it all strapped down. One thing I'll sometimes do, sometimes with the bigger bikes, I will take a ratchet. Like for example, I'll take an adjustable ratchet strap like this, and I will hook it onto the frame of the bike, and then anchor it into the wall, and then just ratchet it so that way that the tire doesn't move off of the wheel chock. If you can see here, I've got it strapped down. It's not super tight, but the bike front wheel does move a little bit, mainly because it is in neutral. All right, guys. So here's an example of this ratchet strap here. So I've just got a ratchet. I've got this hook into the wall. This is right where a stud is too, so it's pretty secure. And it isn't super tight, but what I do is I'm going to have it hooked right into the frame of the bike, and it's really pulling the bike into this wheel chock. So that really makes it more secure because now the bike's not going to move away from the wheel chock. That wheel is really tucked in there nice and tight. So you see how I have that strap there. And then really the purpose, you know, this side here I could probably put two bikes if I wanted to, you know, diagonal this way, and that's really why this E-Track is here. But I also wanted to have the option to, you see I have these anchor points that are adjustable. I can put straps over this rear tire if I'm concerned about this back wheel bouncing up and down. I'm not that concerned. This is this has a little bit of weight to it, but I do have the option to strap down this back wheel just to make it a little more secure if I'm concerned about this bouncing around or moving around. So I've got that option, and then I've got this second set of E-Track to do that. Okay, as you can see here, this is a strap right over the tire, secured down to the other side, so this is going to keep that back wheel from bouncing around. It's not super tight, it's really just to keep that in place. So that's the way I could do it if I wanted it really secure. I can secure the back tire down there. I've got the frame with that ratchet strap to keep that front wheel into there. Then I've got my two handlebar straps to keep it stable. So I don't do that all the time. If I'm going to go over some rough terrain, if I know I'm going to be going like off-road quite a bit and it's going to be bouncing around quite a bit, I'll just throw that extra strap on there. So you can kind of see how it's on that 45-degree angle, and then we can stack them all the way down the line, even into that one right there. So pretty cool to have that option to really be able to adjust them. So we've got 7 of those wheel chocks, so we could put 7 bikes in here if needed. So it really makes it versatile. You can kind of see here, having the spare tire right here makes for walking behind the bikes a little more of a challenge. So that's why I want to move the spare tire, but we will eventually when we get some E-Track under the bench there. But anyways, guys, that's just kind of an overview of the trailer. Hopefully that at least gives you some ideas as far as setup and things to do. This is still a work in progress for us, so it's not finished. I'll update the video as we kind of work on it and add more things and do some more modifications. But really happy with how it turns out and looking forward to using it more, giving some feedback as far as things that we can do to improve it. So feel free to leave comments down below. Subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next one.